A sheriff you can trust, protecting Nye County citizens with integrity, experience, and a commitment to public safety. Raised in Nye County, George Worley served 27 years, retiring in good standing as a Nye County sergeant. He's a combat veteran that also spent 27 years in the U.S. Army Reserve, achieving the rank of Master Sergeant.
My experience in law enforcement and the military has prepared me to lead the Nye County Sheriff's Office. I understand the challenges deputies face firsthand and the responsibilities of serving a large and diverse county.
Strong leadership, real experience, a safer Nye County.
Paid for by George Worley for Nye County Sheriff.
Have you thought of hanging your TV on the wall? Mr. Antenna has 10 years of experience hanging TVs from small to large TVs. Clean up the spaghetti wiring, create more space, and make your TV safer for the little ones. There are 2 mounting options, flat and articulating arm wall mounts. The favorite is the articulating arm for various viewing areas. Hiding your wires is also popular. Call today for your free quote or visit.
You're watching News 25. Local coverage you can count on. News 25 is brought to you by J.K. Nelson Law, voted best of Las Vegas. Give them a call, 702-727-9900.
Thank you for joining us here on News 25 and Ace Country Radio and streaming at KPVM.TV and now on Roku devices on this Monday, June 6th, 2026. Good evening, I'm Chris Palermo. Here's what's happening. There was a report of smoke showing at a state office in Pahrump earlier today. HVAC problems may have contributed to the incident. News 25's Christy Willis was on the scene and has the story.
At just before 11 a.m., dispatch received a report of smoke at the Department of Child and Family Services building on East Basin Avenue in Pahrump. The building had to be evacuated as well as all adjoining businesses for safety reasons. When Pahrump Valley Fire Rescue arrived on scene, they were not able to find any smoke but proceeded to check for the odor that was being smelled. The crews checked both inside the building as well as on top of the building to confirm that there was no active fire and that it was safe for everyone to re-enter the building. It is believed that it was a malfunctioning HVAC system that caused the odor. One person was transported to Desert View Hospital for an unrelated matter.
More news now. The 3 suspects accused in a Pahrump cockfighting ring appeared in front of Judge Vitto today. News 25 had our reporter in the courtroom. A conflict of interest with one of the attorneys was discussed.
On Monday, June 8th, the 3 individuals accused in a large Nye County cockfighting investigation appeared once again in the courtroom of Judge Vitto. First to appear was Ignacio Juarez Gomez, who remains in custody. Juarez Gomez was represented by Public Defender Shivani. However, before the hearing moved forward, Shivani requested to be removed from the case due to a conflict of interest.
I'm unaware of exactly what's happening or why, but there have been representations this morning that Mr. Gibson is going to be replacing Ms. Shahani as your attorney going forward. Ms. Boscovich, are you comfortable handling this aspect of the proceedings? All right. So what's going on?
Your Honor, we have a substitution of counsel signed by Mr. Gomez as well as myself and Mr. Gibson. But Mr. Gomez did indicate to us that his family has already been in communication with private counsel. So I don't know if Mr. Gibson will even be staying on at that point, if a new substitution will be filed with the court. He wasn't able to provide the name of said attorney, but in the interim, and just so his rights are still protected and intact, Mr. Gibson will be his counsel of record, should the court sign this substitution.
Public Defender Thomas Gibson was present in court and prepared to take over as Juarez Gomez's new public defender. At that time, the district attorney's office objected to the change, leading Judge Vitto to temporarily pause proceedings in order to meet privately with the attorneys in chambers before making a decision.
We'll recess and we can convene in chambers, we'll call bids and make sure that This is all good and exactly the way that they want to do it, and we'll recall the matter.
Also appearing before the court were co-defendants Jorge Guzman Torres and Grizel Juarez Diaz. Both defendants appeared out of custody while their attorney appeared remotely through Zoom. During the hearing, defense counsel requested to waive the defendant's right to a speedy preliminary hearing within 15 days and instead move the hearing approximately 90 days out. According to the defense, the request was made due to the large amount of evidence involved in the case, including extensive video footage and documents that still need to be reviewed.
200 count charging document, and I received discovery that's voluminous. Our want is, of course, because of the volume of discovery and such, is to waive speedy preliminary hearing and set this for a status check in 30 days. I asked that knowing that co-defendant is in custody, so I'll yield to the court.
The district attorney's office agreed to the request and additionally informed the court that an expert witness is expected to fly in from North Carolina as a part of the case. At the conclusion of the hearing, the court scheduled a new pretrial hearing, referred to as pretrial number 2, for July 29th at 9 a.m. The preliminary hearing for Ignacio Juarez Gomez, Jorge Guzman Torres, and Grizel Juarez Diaz is now scheduled for September 29th and September 30th at 9 a.m. News 25 will continue to follow this developing case and provide updates as more information becomes available.
More news now. Matthew Winterhawk was in the KPVM TV studios today to discuss Nye County School Board issues, which include a deficit that has many concerns. News 25 is Chris Palermo. We're discussing with Matthew Winterhawk. There is some controversy and some facts are coming out on a deficit, Nye County School District. And actually, this transcends to Clark County, too. We're here with Mr. Winterhawk, and I want to ask you, because we don't have too much time here, you came up here to the studios. What is your passion? Why are you so concerned about this matter?
You know, I don't think that it's something that's happening just here to Nye County. However, it happening in a rural county is obviously to more detriment than it would be in somewhere like CCSD that could possibly absorb that and recover it through some sort of secondary fund, as they do have. So when it comes to us, you're talking about $8.5 million that can't be recovered, that's going to impact definitely. And at this point, the board themselves have kind of had a disagreement there. So you can see that the struggle is within the community and with some board members that want to make sure that the staffing and the classrooms are not the ones that suffer, but at the same time, you can watch the superintendent and the advisory board itself protect itself internally for the administration. So it's a struggle that you see could happen. And then what I want to do is to make sure that I'm representing the people of Nye County, not the administrators and not the government level, and making sure that they get the best outcome.
Let's go through the timeline here. This didn't happen overnight.
No.
Now, they don't, from the stuff I've read, we don't want to say, or somebody doesn't want us to say mismanagement. How did we get to this point?
They could see exactly where the funding was going to end. A great majority of what they utilized in a permanent fashion was grant temporary funding through ESSER and COVID funding. They went through a couple rounds of that and were able to appropriate that all the way out to 2029. However, they knew themselves that it was going to end September 2024.
Okay.
So the responsibility lies with the control, or the finance operators and the state themselves, and total dereliction in across there. So it's malfeasance, in my opinion.
All right, so there are obligations there were raises and payroll. Let's talk about that.
So the matches that were supposed to be given out in the Senate bill that came out in 2023 was a 10% raise across 23-24, and then a 12% raise established from 24 to 25. This was meant for teachers. And they also had some struggle there inside of legislation of getting it approved, because it seemed that the administrators themselves and top level wanted to also include themselves inside of that raise, and the two different 22% if you encompass all of it. And they went back and they ended up getting the unions to force the teachers or sway them enough to get them to pass it the way they were selling it. And so the administrative also got it, a majority of them were already over six figures. So it brought them in their average of over $100,000 with 22% increase was a vast difference between a teacher who's making from $60,000 to $75,000 and gets a 22% raise over the course of 2 to 4 years and across that.
All right. We're going to get to conjecture in just a little bit here. It's Chris Palermo, Matthew Winterhawk. We're talking about the deficit here. Nye County School District, again, it's transcending into Clark County and state. So the students really, this is what's going to happen now. We talked just before we went on. There are, I believe, 60 layoffs happening with some teachers down there and staff. Let's just talk, parents watching right now saying, how is this going to affect my kid? What is the future of the education now?
You know, you got parents that are really fearful right now. You've got teachers that are going to be jumping off board, looking at their being devalued inside of this system itself to be, okay, well, when it comes time to cut, you're going to cut at the classroom level, which really is going to impact your students. You're already 47th to 50th in performance, and you can see kids that have established relationships with some of these teachers, and they're just cut as if they're a number or budget line versus being an established relationship within children within the community that actually supports them.
Okay. All right. So in closing, how can people learn more about your passion too, or in this whole subject?
The reason that I'm here today inside of Nye County and continue to be is because I'm asked to be. So when you're upset with your own community members that are too afraid to speak out. And I will always and continue to be that person and that voice for those voices that had been silenced and or feel they have to be silent in order to secure their job, their position, and their life.
And News 25 is continuing coverage on this story tomorrow with interviews from a local school board member and a parent that offers her experience with her son and his education in Pahrump. Coming up, we've got weather and sports with Mikey. You're watching News 25.
Hi there, it's Judge Michelle Fiore. When you elected me as your Justice of the Peace, my focus was simply the people of our community. Justice isn't just about punishment, it's about accountability, rehabilitation, and giving people a path forward, not just a jail cell. I know there have been headlines, and I understand how that can make some of you feel. Headlines don't tell the truth. I want the opportunity to speak with you one-on-one to answer your questions personally. Join me at one of my upcoming community events because I care about Pahrump and I care about you. Please vote for me, your Judge, Michelle Fiore.
It's the Declaration of Deals at Saida Trudeau. We're pledging our allegiance to you, our customer, with the Declaration of Deals to help you keep more of the money you work hard for. We have incredible deals across all our new inventory. Deals like 2.9% financing for 72 months, plus $3,500 in bonus cash, plus no payments for 90 days on select 2026 Ram 1500 models. Or what about a new 2026 Chrysler Pacifica? Get $3,500 bonus cash, plus no payment for 90 days. Or 0% financing for 60 months. We're proud to be Pahrump's original hometown dealer. Family owned, veteran owned and operated for over 24 years, serving our community with integrity isn't just business, it's personal. Come see us for the Declaration of Deals here at Saida Trudeau Chrysler Jeep Dodge and Ram and declare your deal today.
Attention mechanics. Are you an experienced mechanic in the Pahrump, Las Vegas, or surrounding areas? If you are, we have a great opportunity for you. This is a career, not just a job. The Ponderosa Dairy is looking for skilled mechanics to work on over-the-road trucks, CNG, Cummins, Detroit, diesel engines, heavy equipment transmissions, and more. You'll love working at the beautiful Ponderosa Dairy, starting at over $1,500 per week with full benefits, plus a 401k retirement plan. Join the team at Ponderosa Dairy, just a short drive outside of Pahrump. All applicants are welcome. If you want to go to work every day loving the work you do, call Ed now at 702-682-3339 and send your resume or an email of your experience to the address on the screen, edgoodhart@gmail.com. Our business is essential and we have plenty of work to be done. We know you have choices. Choose to work for a company that will respect you and treat you like family. Again, call us at 702-682-3339, starting at over $1,500 per week, plus full benefits and a 401k.
I'm Arlette Newvine of Newvine Law, your local personal injury attorney. If you don't know who to trust with your case, you can trust me. Voted by my peers within the Nevada Justice Association, I have been recognized as Nevada's 2026 Rising Star of the Year for my dedication to civil justice. When you've been in an accident, you deserve just that, justice. Lawyer up in Pahrump with Newvine Law. Call or text 775-235-HURT. Attorney access guaranteed.
You're watching News 25. Local coverage you can count on.
Welcome back to News 25, and thank you for listening to the radio simulcast on Ace Country 103.1. I'm Chris Blimrell. Mikey has sports now, and the Athletics are in town for 6 games, and Stanley Cup Finals excitement heightens as the Vegas Golden Knights take a 2-1 lead in that series.
Time now for your News 25 look at sports and streaming at KPVM.TV and now on Roku devices. Vegas built a comfortable cushion, then apparently decided comfort was overrated. The game ended fittingly bizarre fashion when a shot from Shea Theodore bounced off the skate of Brandon Bussey, the backup goalie who hadn't played in 2 months before being thrown into action and into the net at 5:38 in double overtime. The lucky bounce gave the Golden Knights a wild 5-4 victory over Carolina and a 2-1 series lead heading into Game 4 Thursday night. At this point, if this series gets any crazier, the puck might start giving post-game interviews. PWHL Las Vegas has signed defenders May Batherson, Kendall Cooper to 2-year Professional Women's Hockey League standard player agreements, making them the first players in franchise history. Congratulations to Batherson and Cooper. They're already team legends. They never played a game for Vegas, but technically, they're tied for every franchise record. This week, the Athletics arrive in Las Vegas for a 6-game regular season homestand. The A's, currently 31-34, will host the Milwaukee Brewers Monday through Wednesday at Las Vegas Ballpark before welcoming the Colorado Rockies Friday through Sunday. And the Las Vegas Aces picked up their first home win of the season Saturday night, defeating the Golden State Valkyries 84-79. Aja Wilson dominated with 28 points and 14 rebounds, while Jackie Young knocked down 6 3-pointers and finished the season high 27 points. The Aces are back in action when they host the Seattle Storm tonight at 7 p.m. Hopefully the Storm forecast calls for a lot of defense and a 100% chance of Aja Wilson doing Aja Wilson things. And that's your look at sports on News 25.
Thank you, Mikey. And Mikey and I went back in time for a great concert experience. We'll have the review of the event over the weekend on the Las Vegas Strip. You're watching News 25.
I'm Rhonda Kennedy, and I'm running for Congress to bring real conservative leadership to Nevada. I'm a lifelong Republican, a constitutional rights attorney, and a proud mother of 6. For years, I fought in the courtroom to defend the freedoms that make America exceptional. When politicians panicked during COVID and tried to strip away our God-given rights, I stood up and fought back. I took on government overreach and helped force the reopening of gun stores and ranges across the country, defending our Second Amendment when it mattered the most. Washington has failed Nevada. Stephen Horsford continues to rubber stamp the Democrat agenda, while his Republican challenger Cody Whipple was a Democrat just months ago, and even donated to Catherine Cortez Masto's campaign in 2016. Nevada deserves better. We need a fighter who will secure our borders, protect our constitutional rights, strengthen our schools, support hard-working families, and put Nevada first, not party insiders. I'm Rhonda Kennedy, and I will never stop fighting for our freedoms and our future.
Hi, I'm attorney Jonathan Nelson of J.K. Nelson Law. We've been honored to be recognized by Best of Las Vegas and receive the Best Attorney in Pahrump for the past 4 years running. Awards are great, but helping clients get the money they deserve is why we're in business. After you've been injured in an auto accident, it's important not to listen to the insurance companies. Give us a call today, 775-727-9900. With offices in Pahrump, Southwest Vegas, and Summerlin, our team is here ready to fight for you for the money you're entitled to. So give us a call today.
We love you, Pahrump. Thank you for making the Auto Plaza #1 in Nye County. We are incredibly grateful for your support and proud to be serving our community now for 20 years. Whether you're looking to replace or service your vehicle, consider this. We offer dozens of new GM models in cars, trucks, and SUVs, plus hundreds of the highest quality pre-owned vehicles for sale in Southern Nevada. Our all-star service team is here to keep your vehicle running in tip-top shape. The factory-trained and ASE certified technicians here can work on most makes and models, and we carry the latest in diagnostic and preventative maintenance tools to get the job done. Visit PahrumpCars.com to check out our current selection of vehicles, schedule a service appointment, or even order factory accessories for your ride. Don't forget to stop by the Auto Plaza and get a free alignment check before you hit the open road, or visit PahrumpCars.com.
Loving your Valley Communications internet?
Now you can share it.
We're introducing our VCA referral program.
So when you refer a friend who signs up,
you get a free month of internet.
Good internet is better when shared. Refer a friend to VCA. When they sign up, you receive a free month of internet. Learn more about the referral program at valleycom.com. Valley Communications. Local, affordable, reliable.
You're watching News 25. Local coverage you can count on. News 25 is brought to you by Mountain West Lawyer, Injury Attorneys, 727-9500.
Welcome back to News 25. I'm Chris Palermo, and thank you for listening to the simulcast on Ace Country 103.1. It was a totally tubular experience at the Strat on the Las Vegas Strip Saturday night with a concert that took music lovers back to the 80s. Mikey Ruhan and I were there.
It's Chris Palermo reporting for KPVM TV News Las Vegas. Mikey Rohan and I went back to the 80s on Saturday, June 6th at the totally 80s pool party at the Strat on the Las Vegas Strip. It was a bit too warm for leg warmers and members-only jackets. Many were decked out with their best decade of decadence gear. Timeless songs were played from the artists that ruled the airwaves during that era. The Knack was there, playing a fun set that included their monster hit, My Sharona. We remembered seeing Bow Wow Wow dancing on the beach in their MTV video, I Want Candy, and it was brilliantly reproduced Saturday night. Naked Eyes delivered a set of their classic new wave sound, which included their very catchy Promises, Promises, with the crowd singing along loudly. But the headliner of the show was Missing Persons. Original singer Dale Bozio and her brother Warren took us back in time with songs like Destination Unknown and the massive hit Words. Some have said this musical diva from Massachusetts was the precursor and pioneer for artists like Gwen Stefani and Lady Gaga. We were lucky enough to speak with her moments after she got off the stage.
Hi, Dale. Las Vegas Media, News 25.
Hi.
Chris and Mikey. Got 1 minute here?
Hi.
It was a terrific set. Your sound was great. I talked to the guitar player.
Thank you.
We're in a pool. What is it about Las Vegas that brought you here?
Not the heat, babe. They got some great weed, though. I bought some of that.
You're terrific.
You gotta love it.
Why do these songs hold up so much?
They're timeless. That's what they say. They're timeless. They're produced by Ken Scott, but we rehearse 6 days a week, for 1 whole year. I know these songs very well inside out.
Yeah.
I kind of sing myself to sleep at night.
Really?
You don't want to hear me singing in the kitchen.
Yes, we do.
It's like over and over. Do you hear me? My son says, I hear you. What do you want?
about being a pioneer for
No, I'm off the dirt. I'm not a pioneer.
All right.
I don't know. I don't really know anything about the music business.
Yeah.
I only know what I like for myself. The sound is one thing. My timing is impeccable.
Yes.
Frank Zappa told me that. I'm not the greatest singer in the world. I can't dance anymore. I have 2 fractured kneecaps right now. Don't ask me how I'm wearing these like god-awful boots, but I got to do it. They got to do it for Vegas. But you know what? Music is something that sticks in your head. If it sticks in your head, la la la, you got a hit song. If you can't remember what that girl just played or sang, there's no song there.
One last quick question. I talked to your guitar player, and the music, his tone, was true to the 80s sound.
Absolutely. That's what you want to hear, right?
Right.
You don't want to hear me play Oingo Boingo songs.
Yeah.
That's how you do it.
I love it.
That's how you keep the job.
News 25 WeatherCam is brought to you by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorney's Office in Pahrump. In a wreck, need a check? Call 702-877-1500.
It's a Lerner and Rowe weather cam from Las Vegas, the Strat at the pool. And we are still in a red flag warning, meaning there still is fire danger. The winds will keep up, and we're going to head back to the triple digits. Midweek forecast is coming up.
In a wreck and thinking about dealing with the insurance company yourself? Stop! People represented by an attorney get more than 3 times the money than those who don't have an attorney.
Lerner and Rowe is the way to go. Call 877-1500.
For many, many years, government here in Pahrump has been corrupt. This is why crime is bad, and it takes longer than it should to get an ambulance to you. There are things that we can do to put more cops and firefighters on the street without raising taxes. I'm Jeff Snow, running for commissioner. If you elect me, I will do this.
They've outgrown their homes and started looking for new ones. But one couple gets a low appraisal, so they can't buy a bigger house. Homes in Black and Latino neighborhoods are often appraised at less than fair market value, leaving Black and Latino families stuck in place. If you believe your home has been unfairly appraised because of race or national origin, that could violate the Fair Housing Act. Contact HUD. Everyone has a right to fair housing.
$10 million in a pedestrian accident, $5 million in a car accident. These are just a few of our recent results.
Hurt in a wreck? Need a check? We're Lerner and Rowe. Make one call, that's all.
Lerner and Rowe is the way to go. Call 877-1500.
Weather is sponsored by the Nevada Dairy Farmers and the Dairy Council of Nevada, sharing the love of all things dairy. Celebrate the best moments with milk. Milk the moment. And the weather is also brought to you by the Ponderosa Dairy, Nevada's largest dairy, fresh from our farm to your table.
Hello, Romy here on this magical Monday. Let's take a look at our surrounding areas forecast. Fernley, we have a high of 76, Fallon with a high of 78, Carson City at 72, Tonopah with a high of 78 as well, Goldfield also at 78, Beatty with a high of 89, Amargosa with a high of 95, Las Vegas at 98, and Death Valley at 105. Currently here in Pahrump, it is 90 degrees. The high today was 92, winds coming from the south at 16 miles per hour, humidity at 9%, and the sunrise was at 5:26 a.m. this morning. And tonight, the sunset will be at 8 p.m., humidity at 14%, winds coming from the southeast at 14 miles per hour, and the low will be 66 degrees. Let's take a look at our 7-day forecast. It's going to be getting quite a bit toasty this week. Tuesday, we have a high of 95 with a low of 68. Wednesday, a high of 102 with a low of 73. Thursday, a high of 102 as well with a low of 76. Friday, a high of 105 with a low of 77. Saturday, 105 as well with a low of 78. Sunday, also at 105 with a low of 77. And Monday, a high of 104 with a low of 75 degrees. And that was our weather. Now back to the desk. Here's Chris.
Thank you, Romy. We've got those triple digits coming up. And looking ahead to Saturday, there is a poker run. Tonopah to Goldfield. They're going to do an 80-mile loop. So their weather should be pretty good, hot and dry. And no weather to get in your way. Just stay hydrated. That'll just about do it for all of us here tonight. Chris Palermo, News 25. Make it a great night.
Hi, I'm Jennifer Garner, and I'm working with Save the Children to fight for kids' futures. Poverty impacts 11 million children in the U.S., forcing families to make impossible choices. Every day, parents in rural America are deciding between essentials just to survive.